loading. No, here we go. Alright, we're live. They'll hear a bit of the, of me listening to Robo's VOD for a sec. I get to hear, like, DP noises. Copy link address.
I made the mistake of hitting sign out instead of task manager when I did control delete.
Holy shit, you have static. Try say something?
Hello, hello.
Say more.
Something more, hello.
That was, you
better?
had, I don't know why, you had static for a bit, and now you don't have static, so.
Interesting.
It's fixed, so. Yeah, room up is here, if you want to join.
Yep, that would be good.
Probably a good idea. Bracket, last second. Quickly seed. Alright, seeding done. Start the tournament and then I need to ping people. Alright, matches have been pinged. Now, has anyone seen anything? Beep boop! Hey, it's up to date. Sick. Thank you, Based Robo. He's always on point with that. Alright, so what bets do we want to do? Since I have sole control.
Oh, that's right. We can do
silly bets.
like, silly bets. Wait, who's up? Acetil and Achera.
Select your character.
I got them on because
hang
then, I think Achera I haven't seen play before.
Hakumen.
Also, let me turn you down. I think you're a little loud. Try to say something?
Hello. Okay, so I think
Should probably change the names. 1 sec.
should we gamble on like how many times what's it? Not Fujin. Should we not Kokujin. Big Red Shield.
Big Red Shield. Yukikaze.
Yukikaze, that's it.
How many Yukikazes will happen? I'm good. Alright,
Yeah.
so how about 2? We'll do 2 once I actually finally get around to setting that.
Yeah.
Rebel 1. Action.
Yes, we're doing the how many games.
We are. Oh, he knows the optimal. Sick. I haven't seen that many people try to do that route where you do 623A, charge 61.
Oh, nice.
Cut the projectiles. The best thing about the projectile is it gets refreshed every time they throw a projectile. So that's 1. We've got a 1. We've got 1 projectile. We've got 1. Still haven't broken the threshold. We need at least 2.
Rebel 2. Action.
Oh, actually, it was more than 2. So I'm sorry. We need 3.
No one bet though.
No one bet. Oh my god. I need to choose the outcomes and then start of the game. But they have information now. Okay. Sympathy overhead. That's +1. You can't do that.
I mean, you can. It's only +1.
It's only +1. You can mash, but it's a bad idea. It was not a Yukikaze. Oh, there's number 2. We just need one more, and it would be yes. But unfortunately, that was game 1, and I think so. We're gonna try. What would we increase it to if we were gonna increase it?
I'd say increase it by. Will there be 3 in this game?
3 in
Oh, no,
this
sorry,
game.
2 in this game. 2 in this game.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry, 2 in this game. And yeah, you might want to change it from Hutch and Viz.
Didn't I? Oh, fuck. Missing squad. I thought I changed it. I even incremented the score, but it didn't. Alright. At least 2. Alright, longest submission period of a minute. There we go. There we go. Place your bets. Will there be 2 Yukikaze?
Action.
Alright, put in the corner. Go in for the combo. I assume that's the optimal combo. Ah, yeah, you can't roll there. Have to neutral tech and take that. Goes to go for the just dash up throw, but gets hit by Lanta's DP.
Oh no.
Not quite dead yet. Oh, there was
Ooh, there was one.
One Yukikaze. It didn't work, but an attempt was made.
Lambda. Rebel 2. Action.
Pretty nice 3C. Let's start there. Only got like a single hit, but it was enough to sort of get him started on neutral at least. Yeah, it counts as we're just counting the number of Yukikaze, not the number of ones that work, just the number. I may have made an error in my calculation. Oh, I regret. He only needs one more.
Granted, it's just in this match,
it's-
not in the not the set. So
Yeah, not the set. So he might not do another one. He doesn't have the meter to do one right now. That may change. Oh, trying to go for the all of these new players trying to go for these optimal combos. Nice.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Didn't even need it.
Imagine needing Yukikaze.
Rebel 3. Action.
Oh no. Getting hit by that fucking Ooh!
Oh, nice.
Air parry. Nice.
Oh, drops the ender. Ooh. That was could have been a big whiff.
Almost enough meter for a Yukikaze. Will we be seeing another? Doesn't look like it. He's playing pretty cautiously. Gets him with the overhead.
Oh, he's
thought-
buffering
I
it.
saw
He's
the-
buffering it.
I
He's
saw the
buffering
dance.
it.
He was finger on the trigger right there. He's getting in there. Low crush. It looks like it's going to be a nose habit, like, unless one comes out right now. Oh, he gets hit by the overhead. This is
First, okay.
Oh, Yukikaze. Yukikaze! No! No, he gets hit by the...
Yeah.
Alright, the nose
If you
habit.
guys did, that would have been fine. But
All my homies press buttons. Alright, unfortunately the nose have it. Complete prediction. Alright, so but what about the next game? Alright,
Please select
game
your
3.
character. Lambda,
Place your bets.
Naruto, Kurogane.
no, it's not even it's Nato.
Oh shit. Well, never mind the nose habit. Don't place any more bets, the nose habit. He swapped? How dare he? Yeah, thankfully no one has bet on yes, so everyone's just gonna get refunded.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
See that blue shift sway? I'm like, how much meter did he just use? Wrong game. Ooh.
EX
Oh,
shift
nice.
sway. Imagine BlazBlue, but everyone has EX moves.
I mean, that would be a little bit silly. Because you know most EX moves have clash frames, right? Oof.
I did not know that actually. That's useful to know.
So most oh no, not EX moves.
You're thinking of Moon Drive moves, right?
Moon Drive, yeah.
Oh no, I was thinking of just EX. So everyone's got Jin specials.
I mean,
He's a little too far for that.
ugh.
There we go.
There we go.
Punish. With the best way to win with punish.
No, but like I'm just thinking like
Rebel 2.
Mai only has 2 specials technically. Can you imagine her Moon Drive forward and Moon Drive flip?
Moon Drive flip. Flip clash frames. Do not want.
Flip with clash frames.
Why? Not like this. Yeah, I don't particularly like clash frames, I have to say. Oh, gets sniped out of the air. We go into the corner. He tried to delay it a little bit to get the OP, but it was still 2+. And got a combo. And is she fang? He wants in. Let me in! Let me in! Alright. Set point for both.
Rebel 3. Action.
I'm running straight at him.
As an Naruto, that's very scary because like they could just be running in and they just immediately DP.
Pretty much, yeah.
And Naruto would do that. They just run at you and then like, yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it blows through a lot of the other people's neutral options. It's a legitimately good option. It's
Yeah.
actually one of the reasons why he's okay at Disney. Because you can use DP, and well, if they throw out bits, it doesn't really matter, and it has enough range that it can actually just hit.
Yeah,
Also, this looks like dead.
that's dead.
2-1.
Achera takes it with a perfect.
Nicely done.
Okay, I'm against Corrinth now. That's
Alright. What bet are we doing?
oh man. I'll let you decide this one.
It depends what character Corinth is playing.
I mean, you could always bet on purple throws.
I don't know. I feel like purple
Please
throws
select
are
your character.
too easy for you. There'll be
I
10
mean, it's-
purple throws this match. What? How about? I want to see what character he's doing first.
Mai Natsume.
Taiga.
Oh, don't pick Taiga.
I was
Don't pick
gonna-
Taiga. You're going to regret it.
Kagura Mutsuki.
Kagura.
Like
Okay.
Kagura, okay, sure. Taiga, you're going to regret it. Like just
Alright.
straight up.
How about the number of ticked purple throws this game?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Alright, we're gonna start unambitious. Greater than 1.
私見た時と顔つきが違うような。
The wheel of fate is turning.
Alright, you've got a minute to submit.
Rebel 1. Action.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
nice idea. Okay, that's 1! We've got 1 purple throw tech. 1 more, and the yeses have it. Win a game with Runis being brutalized from the corner like this, there may not be enough. Gets it overhead. Alright. Wyvern! Maybe not the best use of it. Okay. Corinth takes a throw and takes game 1. Taking the throw is 1.
Kagura. Rebel 2.
Alright.
Action.
Ooh, my headset just bad on me.
Oh no. Not like this. Oh no, the drops. Double not like this. Flash kick strong. Oh. Bit of a spike. Another. This must be Spade Fan Luck, right? Also, this is how many purple throws will be taken. I didn't specify by who. So, if Runis takes a purple throw, that will count. Okay. Will there even be a second purple throw? We've seen 1 so far. Okay. There were no purple. There was only 1 purple throw. All of them were ticked, but unfortunately there was only 1.
More?
Kagura. Win.
Oh, my headset ran out of power. That's why.
Ah, that explains it. That explains why you were very, very quiet. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I was trying to do stuff. I'm like, oh, I have no sound.
well, he ticked
That's right.
the throw, but he did not tick more than 1 throw because there was only 1.
Please select your character.
So unfortunately, the no's have it.
Kagura Mutsuki. Mai Natsume.
No one thought this would happen. All right, how many purple throws will be ticked? Round 2. Nah, it's just for this game. We're doing per game.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
All right, game 2. I'd probably do like a quantity like 3 if it was the entire set. Slightly higher. Oh,
Oh, whoa, that lag.
big lag spike. Could even see it on the stream. Then again, it could have been speaked on the lag. But... Oh, chug.
No, it was not spectator.
Yeah. I mean, you can sort of judge by the reactions of the players with all this lag. What are these colors? They're the zombie colors. No DP for you. Also no purples. Are the No's gonna have it again just by sheer virtue of them not being purple throws?
Level 2. Action.
People are going for this 2 or more. Unfortunately, only one person bet, like 2 people. Yeah, no, 1 people bet. 1 person bet 10 points on 2 or more. Everyone's being frugal. Okay. Meaty with the mid. Pain. Look at this. Look at all the red health. Oh. Almost gets confirmed too. Low and vulnerable flip, getting him out.
Oh my gosh, the lag spike right as I start comboing!
I've played too much multi, I keep thinking like, yeah, just shield the gap. But you can't really do that unless you're hacked.
Oh my gosh, this is not
Points
the
got
best.
spent, but they're not on the prediction. Let me try. Okay. That sounds like a bug.
Oh my gosh, the lag spikes as I'm comboing.
The game doesn't want you to win.
Oh my gosh, this is really horrible.
I mean, you can ask for a connection check. As always, if your connection fucking sucks, you can ask to see who's worse. Oh, astral attempt. And it's not work. A little too delayed on that. Needs to dash cancel to get to actually work. Tries to command throw,
Oh my
does not
gosh.
work out. Hello! Good day to you too. Predicted 2 or more. Yeah, it's not showing up on my thing. I could try refresh, but... Was it even a single purple throw? There was not a single purple throw. Runis is sabotaging us. How are the matches going? We're just starting. This is the second set of the tournament.
Please select.
The connection feels like...
Oh god.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Your voice is literally robotic.
Oh no, me then.
It probably is you then. Net sus, but that's usual.
I checked my speed test, like I've got... You know what, I'm gonna restart some stuff. One sec.
Alright, we will be taking a moment then, I guess.
One sec. Change some settings.
Where are your points? Your points are gone, Aether. They're never coming back. He's really loud compared to everything else. Thank you for mentioning that. I will turn him down. We will see once he comes back if he is an appropriate volume now.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Am I at
hello.
appropriate volume? I'm just checking some router stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
Making sure I don't have...
you sound fine to me, but the thing is, I have to rely on the viewers to tell me when something's wrong with volume. What's a purple throw? So, if you're familiar with other fighting games, you generally can't throw people during combos. In BlazBlue, you can throw people during block stun or during hit stun, but there is a longer tech window, so it's easier to get out of.
Essentially, like throws in this game don't have any scaling applied to them, so they always do full damage. So it's often like at the end of a combo, a really good way to get a big boost in your combo damage by just throwing them.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem though is that they can actually get out of it, and the window to escape a throw after like during a combo is much bigger than.
Yeah. He's still on. You got louder. I turned him down, and he got louder. Runis, please.
Wow, I'm not doing anything though.
All right, you're down. You're down like 70% what you were before.
Please select your character.
I haven't changed anything. I don't get it.
I'll turn you down to like 100%. We'll see if that's enough.
Natsume Kagura Mutsuki.
Bill will throw at the end of a combo. If it lands, is there really anything you can do to punish rolls outside of HUD? So throws also don't have hit stun scaling, so they will, if they would get knocked down after the throw, they will still get knocked down. If your throw lets them air tech, then you're kind of shit out of luck, but if your throw causes like a hard knockdown, you will still have a hard knockdown.
I think all throws cause hard knockdowns.
I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm fairly sure there are some that cause like a wall bounce into an emergency techable knockdown,
The
but
wheel of fate is turning.
I don't think they cause hard knockdowns in cases specifically.
Action.
But yeah, they're not affected by hit stun decay, so they will always go for like their full hit stun. What to do to stop rolling? It's kind of a complicated topic to get into. I could probably spend the next hour just talking about OG. There's a guide in what was it? You know what? I will just post the link to it in chat so you can watch it for yourself. Also, do it after watching the stream. If you're in the Australian Discord, there are a bunch of good resources pinned, so yeah. Should be pretty safe. It's kind of nice to be able to pick characters after starting a round, in my opinion, but it also slows down rematching, so... Also, Runis just cleanly taking that while I was distracted talking about other things. I'm sorry, Corrinth. I should have been commentating.
I did try to purple throw a couple of times, just it wasn't connecting.
I hadn't started a bet, so...
Oh, fair enough.
I hadn't even started a bet, so it's kind of unfortunate that you were finally doing purple throws. Also, connection better, I take it?
Slightly better. Started getting a bit dodgy towards the end, but...
Aether, like, if your points literally vanished, maybe you could contact Twitch support instead. I'm pretty sure Robo can't refund you those, but Twitch.
Yeah, I don't think Robo can actually give points.
Yeah, exactly. So. Exactly. So, contact Twitch support, I guess. Off stream, and we have me vs Achera. Also, Aether, what was your score? It's not been entered on. Thank you for your generous donation. Zero to you. Okay.
Please select your character.
Alright. Whatever.
Mew.
It's been ages since I played. Immediately go for my execution character. Let's do it.
Naoto Kurogane.
When are we getting rollback? Rollback is just like...
I would much prefer rollback in this game, because like, after having played 2 games that kind of have rollback, I mean, Melty rollback's a bit bad, but...
I mean, I'll take it over delay. I'd take Melty rollback over delay-based netcode. So.
I don't know, because I've had the KO screen taken away from me like 3 times in a row.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's like you hear the KO, you're like, oh cool, take your hands off. It's like, no, the game's still going. Ooh, catches the backdash. Ooh, nice.
I have played too much Melty on some shield. Help! Dash macro isn't working. Alright, slowly remembering. Why am I trying this route in this connection? Okay, I did it. But yeah, I tried to backdash. That doesn't work in this game.
Rebel 2. Action.
Ether, were you here when we were discussing how bad Moondrive would be in this game? Do you really want to deal with my having a clash frames on her flip? Moondrive flip having clash frames? That's what'll happen. You'll give my Moondrive and she'll just flip with clash frames. So her flip is basically perfectly in form.
Yeah, I don't want clash frames to be in this game. Also, I'm gonna play Ragnar.
Play the easy character.
Naruto Enrika with clash frames.
Please select
Jump
your character.
cancelable Naruto Enrika. Not
Hakumen.
Enrika, DP.
Mu 12.
He just like zooms across the screen with it and then jump cancels it and is safe. I forgot to do a bet as well.
Oh no.
Yeah. What would we bet on anyway?
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1.
Hmm.
Action.
Wow, he knows.
Nice. Bursts out.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! Oh no!
Well, I dropped my combo anyway. It's fine. It was still very painful, but it was less so.
Did you try to burst bait when he had already burst you?
No. That was not an attempted burst bait. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Stein getting in. I was like, yeah, I'll run in and mix him up with the throw, and he got hit.
Rebel 2. Action.
Ooh.
To 140 is a dump.
Gets low 2D parry.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was a good time to burst.
That was a very good time to burst because you were going to take a crap ton of damage there. Ah. Oh no. Oh, drops it. Oh, tries for the... Okay, no, you could have killed that. Not enough health.
Yeah. I mean, I can't astral directly off that without doing like some ridiculous timing. Right.
Mm.
Oh, I was gonna try punish with astral, but like seeing a jab is just that's not enough. Definitely not enough to punish. Nothing will get you ready for the Mew matchup. Alright, we've got Aether vs Runis.
Hey. Let's see if Aether remembers how to play this game.
Will there be an astral this set?
Ooh.
Either player. Go with 2 minutes. Lose neutral, oh I'm dead. I mean, to be fair, that's going to be a lot of the experience versus a lot of characters, frankly. Mew just has slightly stronger neutral, and slightly stronger killing the opponent after they lose neutral.
So Mew's neutral is much stronger, and her corner damage is insane. Mid screen, it's okay, but nothing to like.
It depends.
Nothing amazing.
It depends on what kind of starter you get, because you can corner to corner and go into Oki. But that's only really if you get like a strong starter. A decent number of like your max range footsie starters will just not lead to anything. Bro, someone's only predicted 10 points. Please predict more. It's 10 on either side. Everyone's predicting too safely. They don't want to lose their chance at a big flip. Speaking of big flips, don't use it until Robo's streaming again. Because I don't have it set up. Oh. Someone put 2k on There Will Be an Astral. Alright. They're happy now? Yes, very much so. There's something on the line. It'd be nice if there was something on the other side of it, but... It's no fun if someone predicts 2k points, but then there's nothing on the other side as well. But, it's better than not having 2k points.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Oh no, the jump baby. I forgot how much I hate this character. Okay. What corner suit play are we gonna see? Just jumpy whip. Goes for the overhead, burst out. Probably not the best use of burst.
Oh, meant to be OD.
Ah. Could try to do the OAS, I guess. Like, I'm pretty sure if you do the ODOS, you can actually punish Rising Jump C, but... Yeah, unfortunately getting hit.
Wow, that range! What the hell?
Man, this character.
Rebel 2. Action.
5B the god. Low push? Huh. Goes for the low. Manages to hit him, but doesn't confirm off of it. And oh no, the drop! Aether's out, and that should be dead. Doesn't confirm into spending his meter. Knocks out Runis anyway, but
I have to say, her buttons are so dumb.
yep. She's top tier just for almost for buttons. But to drift RC. Everyone's so rusty. I'm trying to like shield and backdash macro, and Aether's trying to drift Roman cancel.
Please select your character.
The rust intensifies. Like, I'm really not sure what you're supposed to do with this character unless you have either good enough normals to contest hers, which kind of requires you to be S, I think. I'm not sure there are really any characters that have a good enough. Oh! The drop. That guard crush was so nice, and then there was a drop. So sad.
Rebel 2. Action.
I'm resisting the urge to just complain about every normal I see. It's just so much range. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with Mai, because like Mai's biggest advantage is the fact that she can force other zoners to kind of just play normal Shoto gameplay, but S is just the best at normal Shoto gameplay. Mai has sort of like kind of okay in just footsies, but versus the king of footsies, what do we even do? Also, no mix up. And it's looking like there probably won't be an Astral this set, unless... Oh! Nice, alright. Runis not out yet.
I will do it twice, Aether. I will do it twice.
Okay, alright. Decent start to neutral, forcing the burst up from main. Well, probably not forcing. Could have definitely saved his burst there and tried to override.
Wow.
But, oh, run up throw. Why? Look. Runis was too laggy for him to do it. Also, he was being DP'd. Okay, baits the DP. Rapid on deck, but still. Aether kind of like completely out of resources right now. Oh no. Oh, trying to go for that counter hit. Is this dead? This should be dead. Astral! Astral! No! No!
Astral was a bit risky there, because I didn't want to drop.
That's fair. I was like, the Astral's on deck, and I'm pretty sure this combo's into it.
It could, but like, the problem is, sometimes you just get like the throw.
I'm very sad. It was right there. Right there. Okay. Last game. Last chance. One more chance for an Astral. One last chance.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Interesting round start. Big whip 2C, but no punish. No roll punish. Nice, nice. Tries to punish, I'm guessing neutral tech there with that particular flip, but unfortunately Aether not doing that particular air tech. Yeah, you can't no tech first that. Overhead. That was a big whip. Forcing the burst out. That probably would have been death. Oh no, no meter, no burst. Well, 50 meter now. Red health meter regeneration doing a lot of work if you stay alive. Everyone spent their burst. There's a lot of meter on deck. Any hit could, any confirm could kill. I was about to say any hit, but unfortunately, there was a hit. And a trade! Alright, set point for Aether. Slightly advantageous on resources, but probably not that much, especially if he gets fatal countered into a drop. Runis, you need to do the easy route, please. Oh no, gets DP'd. Not that much damage, but gonna hit. Seeing less flips than usual from Runis, but I'm guessing he's very afraid of the canvas. Look, it's baited. Oh, all of that meter gone. Interesting side swap route. Lost frames. Attempted to get out with the 2B into counter hit starter, which is really painful if it works, but unfortunately gets punished into an astral. At least there was an astral. The yeses have it. There was an astral. It's just not Runis doing it. Indeed. 11 points. You get one more point. Okay. We'll do one more of the winner's side and then move on to the losers. And we have CardboardBox versus me.
Oh.
Wait, you're fighting Runis? Yes, indeed
Yeah, he's
you
gonna
are.
fight me next.
Yes, you get to fight Runis. Also, wait. No score was entered for you versus Space 8? Did Space 8 have to go or something?
Please select your character.
Standard. Space 8. He might have DQ'd himself. That's unfortunate.
Ragna the Blood Edge. Ragna.
Alright, we're playing Ragna today.
Ooh.
I'm not confident in my connection. I don't want to whiff more 6Cs. I'm very sad about whiffing 6C. It's very demoralizing. Same intro.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
No Gauntlet Hades. It's not allowed. How did he block the unblockable? He had no low options after the 16. That's how it was blocked. I'd like to report a cheater. How dare he block the only option he has? Stop reading chat during game. You can't stop me. You can't tell me what to do.
I mean, they and it's just not going to very well work.
You can tell me what to do, but I'm not going to listen. I may read it, but I will ignore it.
Please select your character. Ragna, the blood.
Also, Achera, be careful with, like, be very deliberate in your teching of purple throws against me. That's all I'm gonna let you know. Just be very deliberate. Don't.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just take what purple throws whenever I can versus you, and it works out.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
I have definitely played too much Melty. I'm trying to see it up to go forward. Anti-airs.
Rebel.
I'm definitely gonna put Runis doesn't unblockable for the next bit. So the tech is based around fully charged drive, the spear. Before it's redirected, it's an unblockable. That's the tech. And it's faster in overdrive, and that's about it.
So who are we doing next?
We will either be doing Nagato vs Corrinth, or I think we'll do Nagato vs Corrinth first, and then.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Actually, wait, did they just? Corrinth.
Have they
No,
gone already,
they
maybe?
should have been off stream,
Yeah.
but they haven't entered scores yet. They're probably still playing. All right, you
Yep.
versus Mimi Boy.
Let's go, Mimi boy. And you might want to pass.
Yeah. And the bet is going to be, will Runis land an unblockable of any sort? It doesn't have to be like the specific, the super secret, overdrive only unblockable. I think. Actually, no. There needs to be a setup of some sort. I'm gonna make it more specific. You can't just hit him with a 5D charge.
Okay, so it has to be a setup.
You have to.
Okay.
You have to do like some
A
sort of
specific,
setup.
like some sort of setup. Okay.
You can't just hit him with 5D fully charged.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'll hit him with some sort of setup, as you say. Oh no. I'm gonna hit you with the dumbest setup.
It's gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna hit you. I'll try and hit him with the setup that only works against Tager.
Oh no. Oh, you're gonna do that to him?
Yes.
Even though he can jump.
Don't tell him what's
Look,
happening. Just
he won't react. Trust me. It'll work. Anyway, so predictions open. Place your bets.
Please select your character.
He's not gonna remember. Exactly. That's exactly my point. He knows himself as well as I know him. Apparently.
there you go.
Hakumen.
Not betting anymore. Wait, do your points just like seriously never show up? Also, there's 5k on yes.
Yeah, I put 5k down.
Nice. All right. Runis is very confident. Somewhat quick. Someone bet on the no.
There is a bet on no.
There is, but more bets on the no. Anyway, it's over now. And you've got the entire set to do this, so.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Okay. Round starts 6C fatal. Ah. Alright. Okay. Big whiff.
I tried to do a melty throw.
Tried to do a melty throw.
Yep.
Melty throws. Also good old tracking supers. Technically throws are unblockable.
Rebel 2.
I mean, they aren't blockable, but that's not what we mean by an unblockable setup. Alright, will we be seeing the setup? Will it
Not
happen?
here.
Well, if Runis stops dropping. Then again, this man is just being sat down in this corner. No escape. Oh. Nice combo.
Nice.
Optimal routing. Got some pretty decent damage off that.
Win. Rebel.
He knows his combos.
Action.
I don't think he's got like he's missing some of the fundies. Like knowing about the universal mechanics in this game, like overdrive, all of the little details, but he's got combos, and that's a pretty important step. Oh. I am not counting that throw as an unblockable later. Does he even have enough life for you to unblockable him? Oh my god. It didn't even work. Oh, that was beautiful. There has been no unblockable so far. Runis has put 5,000 of his points down, and there has been no unblockable so far.
Look, put it this way.
Please select your character.
I faked out the unblockable, and then you got.
Yuki
Ooh.
Alright, the Taru meme indeed. "31 games.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Oh, nice.
That was a pretty good round start. So he said his Tarumi is very bad, but he's actually up on health. He was up on health. He may still be up on health soon. Maybe if he spends the lever. Not like that. Don't DP like from half strength. Oh, there we go. Doesn't? Well, actually, he knew the combo, he dropped it. Oh no. Alright, it hasn't landed number 2. You're a great... Congratulations. What was the lowest you got to? So still 0 unblockables.
なんとかなりそう
Rebel 2. Action.
Hello! Welcome to the stream. We're currently seeing if Runis can land an unblockable. It's looking increasingly like no. Alright. Runis, you gotta put effort into this unblockable. You can't just hit him with the what was it? The without overdrive. Oh, still no. He's jumping too much. He's too jumpy.
Oh, God.
He got him. That kind of wasn't a setup.
My
I mean, it kind of was because I was faking it out.
I don't really want to count that as a setup because that's not something you do versus an actual person. You have caught people with actual unblockable setups before. So
the problem is he had no life, and that wasn't unblockable. Right? It's not like he could block it and then just.
I did specify a setup. That was not a setup. So that's a no. The no's have it. And Runis' 5k points get distributed out to the 2 people who bet on that. 1 to a 251 return or something. Alright, wait, why did I move auto pass what I'm doing? We have CardboardBox VS Corrinth. Redistribute the Robo Rubles. Sees the means of big flips, you mean? So Runis, have you seen any of the Magic the Gathering communism memes?
And the Magic the Gathering what, sorry?
Magic the Gathering communism memes.
No, I haven't.
It's basically just cards that take your opponent's stuff,
Please
like
select
Siphon
your
Insight.
character.
Or it's not your graveyard, it's our graveyard. Or was it Tybalt? There's a new Planeswalker, Tybalt,
The blooded.
who his
Yeah.
+2 is you exile the top card of your and their library, and you can play it. You can cast it using or play it, and you
Yep.
can cast it using mana as if it was mana of any color.
Oh no.
Tiger.
And then he's got, what was it, exile target creature or artifact, so you can then play it. Or his ultimate is you can exile both players' graveyards, so it's our graveyard. And then there's Siphon Insight, which is you look at the top 2 cards of the opponent's library, choose one, exile it face down. You can look at it at any time and can cast it using any mana, or play it. And the other one goes to the bottom. It's very funny.
緊急任務だ The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Okay. Alright. He knows to not be on the ground versus Taken. That's a big important step to make in this matchup. Yeah, he's solved the matchup. Also has combos. Not the best combos, but good enough. Very careful. Little too far. Ah, that's not good. Well, that would have been bad if Corrinth combo. But unfortunately, he didn't confirm into anything really, and that's unsafe.
That's very unsafe.
Very unsafe. It's a good DP, but it's also very unsafe. So, nice clash. Decent anti-air. Doesn't confirm anything off of it, but CardboardBox is just staying spaced out basically. Like he's not. No, don't do that. Yeah. Gets anti-aired. Alright. Never mind. His opponent knows to jump. Grabbing doesn't work. Well. He managed to make his opponent stop jumping, and the meaty 5D did work though.
Tiger. Win. Rebel 3. Action.
Why didn't that work actually? Sledge, man. It's very unsafe. It's called jumping. No combo. Just hellsfanging in. He's lost his patience. He had all of his patience and it's gone. He's jumping, but he's also. Oh. Overdrive. Being very careful about these throws. Oh, Spark Bolt!
Oh,
And
drops
drops. That would have been dead if it confirmed off of it. Tries to 5. Don't do 5 Cs, Mari. It's like 15 frame startup, please. And whips. Whips the 5B.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Ragnar.
And CardboardBox takes that first game. Achera said, "Will Corrinth land a single 720 because he didn't during the NOL Academy?" As I say it, he whiffs the 720C. Are you serious? I'm very disappointed. Ooh, swapping to Noel.
Noel.
Noel Vermilion.
Hat Noel. Let's go Hat Noel. Old gate. Oh. I hope they fix the fact that some stages just tank frame rate, so we can actually play the other stages.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
I'd like to play on like stages without it being an absolute meme. Corrinth? Not having the strongest combos, but doing pretty decent in neutral, gets it low.
I mean, Noel's neutral is kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah, that is true. Lots of... Well, if they're willing to use drives, there's a decent amount of it.
Oh no, it drops.
Oh.
Oh, nice confirm.
Yeah, man, just to get into a little too high. That always happens if they're a little too high. After...
Ooh, good. Used to be involved.
Hades. And gets clipped out by the jump scene. If they pick the stage fix the stage problem, I'm gonna pick lessons to annoy Corrinth in particular. You are a mean person. We've been playing with lessons and the Netplay stages for so long. I actually do like the lesson stage in this game, but it's just, we've been watching Netplay stages for so long. It's low. Unfortunately, that did not combo. Not the most optimal of combos, but not a knockdown. Corrinth retaliating with that 6 DP.
All I can say is Crimson Throne has always been a laggy stage.
Oh man.
Like, there's no way that stage will ever not be laggy. Even offline, that stage lags.
Oh. The fact that you picked that in, what was it, the Unlimited tournament, so I would drop my A orb into block strings, was absolutely inspired.
I mean, I knew it was a super laggy stage, that's why. Like, I used to use that for, what's it, not,
you do
CP.
like... Yeah, I remember you told me about this. You would use it to do a block string into purple throw, and people couldn't see the purple because it was lagging from your block string.
So what actually, like, so it's a bit more complex than that. So what actually happened was, during offline, the system would still process what was going on, even if it couldn't keep
exactly.
up. So I'd do a block string into Mew's lasers. Like, I'd have four set steins and do laser super. And because there's so much latency from the lasers and like all the shit on screen, the game can't actually render properly. You just get thrown, and it's like, hang on, what the hell just happened?
Suddenly a throw. Yeah. I guess you could tech it if you know it's coming, but then you have to blind tech it because you don't actually have
you have to blind tech it, and that's like really scary in that situation.
Look at your fingers. Also, this isn't actually a Netplay stage. It's okay, like, it's not the worst stage, but it's worse than stages like Alt, is the best way to describe it. I think it's based on, like, the number of particle effects and stuff on the stage, and lessons actually has a few, so...
Okay, CardboardBox. Let's see if you get hit by it.
I mean, it's not that bad of a Netplay stage, right? As long as you've both got good computers, it'll probably be fine. It's just not the absolute best stage.
通してもらうよ
Unblockable or throw?
The wheel
We'll
of
do the
fate
purple
is
throws this
turning.
time. Alright, will there be
Rebel
2 ticked purple throws? Well, actually, you know what? We're gonna do 4 ticked purple throws for the entire set. Just to make it easy. Alright, so submissions are 1 minute, and this is for the entire. That should be at least 4. Just to clarify. Not 4
I keep-
specifically, at least 4, but this is across 4 games. Also, Runis.
Oh no, wrong direction!
Runis down a round. This is 4 or more purple throws. Also, suddenly points.
2. Action.
People actually voting. It's a lot on yes. To be fair, that's kind of how betting on Twitch goes.
Action.
I feel like losing all of your points is just the Twitch bet experience. That's so you can get the experience of gambling without losing anything. Oh! The combo is not dropped! We're seeing the optimals! Oh, that is... yeah, this is why you don't DP. DPing is painful. Oh,
Oh,
leg spike, and gets knocked out. That was the optimal counter hit 5C starter, I think.
indeed it was. I mean, I could probably do a little bit more,
Close to optimal.
あなたは前にどこか
but yeah.
You get the idea.
I
It
mean,
is
if I have OD,
approximating
if I have OD, I can do a slightly more optimal, fancier combo. But
It is approximating optimal.
Ragnar the Blooded. Natsume.
It looks cool optimal.
yeah,
痛い目に遭いたくなかったら消えろ。
よろしくお願いします
警告はした。
Also, this
it
is,
doesn't work against like 3 or 4 characters though, because their hitboxes are weird.
also just a reminder, this is top 4, so... Wait. Yeah, this is top 4, so we're just outside of it. It's still first 2, so... Runis is on his last game if he wins this one. Oh no. That is gonna hurt. Not the most painful combo, especially with a drop like that, but... It's not a lot of health to have left. Spins the burst and gets hit by the unblockable setup. I do a prediction about purple throws and Runis does an unblockable setup.
Rebel 2. Action.
Cheering for Brian. Brian isn't in the tournament, I'm sorry. He's here in spirit. It's an unblockable setup because it hits them left and right after like a couple of frames. It's a left-right unblockable. Well, left-right hard to blockable. It is technically blockable, but you are not going to block that in an actual match.
Not in an actual set.
He probably didn't cross under you properly. Oh! He's landing all of the unblockable setups. Right. Like, I do a bet about purple throws, and then he just never purple throws and doesn't block. He's an absolute troll. You can't take him anywhere. I'm pretty sure that was the nose hit. You can DP, you can overdrive,
You can delay tech. You can do lots of things against
Yeah.
that setup.
just don't neutral tech and sort of just get hit, really. It's not landing it. I mean, he did hit him with the cross under 2360, so he landed 2, even if one of them was on him. He didn't actually block it. Anyway, we've got me versus Aether now.
Woo! I won 26 points.
26 points. Nice. Yeah, there are a lot of setups that you beat by doing delay tech. Honestly,
Yeah.
like delay tech is a very strong wake up option. That
There are some situations where delay tech will just straight up get you killed.
there are, but there are also a lot of setups where delay tech is very strong.
Yeah, like especially with my if you delay tech and she calls out and just does 5 CCA, that's like a 5k.
Yeah, it's if you delay tech too long and they just get to reset the combo hit stun decay, that is pain. But if you are very cautious to tech before that happens, you can throw off a lot of people's hope. It's one of the big differences between this game and, say, what was it? Like a lot of other games, Guilty Gear and Melty Blood, those sort of games, they have hard knockdowns where you just there's no way to delay or speed up your wake up option at all. Whereas in this, there's a way you can tech as soon as possible by holding the button, but you can not tech and then press it to delay it, which is really good at throwing off people's meaties, or just like the easiest use of it. But you can also use it to throw off unblockables. There's a lot of really strong reasons to use it that I will not get into right now. Was that not tinted? Did that get hit by Golden Hades? Bro. the body and Von move beating my low. Gaijin Weeb actual. Let's see. Why are we lagging like? It's probably because I'm streaming. That's why. That'll all be one. I'm sorry, I haven't played in weeks. I gotta get my Blaze Blue somehow. Right now. What was that DPRC combo? It's not Nita, it's one of the easier ways to side swap. You spend 50 meter to get a fairly high hit stun move, and then you run under them. I'm just doing it because I wanted the cornerback. It's not specifically to do Nita. There are a couple of ways to side swap with Ragnar. That's probably the easiest one. there is one you can do without having resources. You need crouch confirm, because you go into 6C, air dash under them, and then do... Well, yeah, cross under them and then do DP, and we'll split them into the corner. But that route is both hard and also...
And it's a crouch confirm.
Yeah, it's a crouch confirm. And to be fair, you can do it off like a jab crouch confirm, so you can do like 2A into 5C, 6C. But,
I mean, Ragnar also has the dumb 3C air dash DP cross up.
that is true. I mean, you don't need to do 3C air dash. One of the things I've been doing is I just let them neutral tech and do it on that.
Oh, true, yeah.
You just do it as an OP. It's all mid screen. It's pretty strong. Wow, I comboed up that. What was he trying to do?
Oh no. Ooh! Clash into fail.
My DP was a split second too late.
Oh, dead. I would have thought you'd do Devour by Darkness.
I wasn't quite sure on how close I was,
Fair.
and I just wanted to go into super. Also, I'm pretty sure you can just combo like that.
Oh yeah, you can, true.
Good old DDP follow up to.
Wanted his cat hammer. Oh no.
He really wants Cat Hammer. Honestly, I think the bombs would have been better.
Yeah, I think like saving for Mega Bombs would have been better. He had the meter for it.
Indeed. He may not need it though.
That should be dead. Oh, you dropped it. You should have DP'd the moment you saw the flash.
I mean, I got all of his meter, and I almost killed him. I almost got started on him. So, I'll take it as a win. Even though I lost. Oh. Connection. Don't have to deal with air throw land your recovery if I hit the touch the ground. Side swap? No, he didn't run forward enough. Those are some interesting boomerangs. Holding up. It's too strong. Yeah, you need to do air unblockable normals. The micro dash jabs just not punishing the up back. Spiking every 2 seconds.
That might just be you, Ether.
No, I'm pretty sure it's me because I'm streaming, remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really, it's not you, Aether. Don't worry about it.
Hello.
Oh, did Aether, it's 2-0. It's not over yet. Yeah. I think Aether didn't realize it was first to 3. Oh, rollback win. It was fine versus CardboardBox. Aether asked, well, did it feel spiky versus other opponents? It felt fine versus CardboardBox. Versus Achera, it was kind of sluggish, but yeah.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Still sticking with the button.
Rebel 1. Action.
I think that'll change after this match.
Maybe.
So the thing with the cat missiles is if you jump over the first two, you can run under the third. So you can like just hop over the first two and then just dash. The third will always go over you.
Oh
Ooh.
no. That 6B whipping is pretty painful. Because I'm pretty sure it has lower recovery on hit. Or block.
It does.
Yeah, that's not a great thing to whip. I mean, it's a really good overhead though.
Rebel 2.
Aside from that. But,
Action.
It's a amazing overhead.
yeah. I mean, if you look
Pretty
at
far.
if you look at the raw frame data right on Dustloop, and you're not paying attention to the active frames, you might be like, it doesn't look so good. Because, you know, it's kinda minus. And then you realize it's got a ridiculous number of active frames that you can medium with it.
Yeah.
Without needing a knockdown.
Wow.
Oh
no.
That was not a good time to...
Oh no.
Who cares about drops? Resets. American resets. Oh. You ever just stand in front of your opponent because the lag spike eats one?
Oof.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Post throw is always kind of an awkward situation.
Now, is Ether gonna try leave the room again? Please no.
That's a good point. Even if he had lost, right, he'd be versus you, which is still in the room, so...
Yep, I knew it. I knew it.
Aether, please. You're on stream. Come back, Aether. You're not done. He's left to play Melty Blood.
Let's see if he actually did open the game.
I don't know. I didn't check. I didn't see him. Wait, he's still in BlazBlue. I think he just left the room.
Ah.
Aether, come back. Oh well, he is entitled to like a couple of minutes break if he really wants one. So. Oh, he's back.
You need to pass.
Oh, did I double tap auto pass again? It's always.
And
always
here comes the S.
S or no? Is he sticking with the Gaijin Weave cosplay? No, back to S. Alright, back to being. He's back to being Aether. He's no longer Aether Weeb.
I mean, to be fair, S is also Gaijin's character.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel.
I don't
one.
associate him with that character because I've never really seen him play it. Oh no, it gets punished. Slightly, well, poorly spaced. 236B getting punished. AB more with S. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Oh, was it time for the Fuck Yes podcast again? We'll try to tone it down. I love this show. Man, just look, it's just us rehashing the same complaints about the character over and over. Also, Aether getting fucked by that.
I dropped it though.
You dropped it, but that's still pretty painful. Also, this is dead. Yeah.
Rebel 2.
Wait for it. Wait for the complaints. 6B. Man, S is on screen. I hate this character.
Look at that! Look at that!
Look at the whiff cancelable jump B, the 6B, the range on the normals, the DP, the overhead special, everything about this character makes me good. Look at I love the best comparison I have, right? For why. Well, this is more on why Noelle is so bad, but Noelle's 6A, her anti-air, is... It's not too big, right? It's a pretty small anti-air. It has more recovery than S6B. Balance. Oh.
Like, because of how good the movie is, they really need to add some recovery to that.
Please select your character.
You can cancel it, so like, and you always are going to cancel it if it hits or if it's blocked. So there's no reason not to add like massive recovery to it.
Yeah, it needs to be more minus than it is. This is like minus. It's pretty safe on air block. Is the problem?
Yeah.
It needs to be punishable if they don't special cancel it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You need to be forced to commit to some follow up, which you can then punish with say overdrive. But as it is right now, the opponent
make her 6B the same frame data as Gold Lewis's 6A.
I don't know how bad that is, but I assume that's bad.
It's punishable on hit.
I would not go so far as to make it punishable on hit, but I would make it punishable on air barrier. Unless it's cancelled. But why must you always be remindful of this fact? Also, that is pain. Going for the burst safe route. Aether not bursting after the immediate start of the combo as well. Okay. Counter assault into the corner, picking up for a little bit of extra damage. Getting him back into the corner. No, a little too far. Chip. Little bits of chip. Guard crush. Runis very dominant this game and a half.
Rebel 2. Action.
Oh no. So that particular move is unsafe on block, but it does actually have full invuln rather than just like hit invuln like the traditional anti-air.
Oh, where's my 2C?
Runis' inability to anti-air coming back to bite him again, yet again. Okay, pulls out. Oh. Some nice pressure from Aether. I didn't think about, what was it, doing the first of that in rapid cancelling and still getting a projectile from having a stock. That's actually a pretty interesting use of it. To be fair, Bravo, part of that is the fact that you're playing a character that can't anti-air. Runis has a really strong anti-air. Oh no. Alright. Doesn't fall for the immediate burst bait. That, well, for the burst safe route, but bursts once it's no longer a burst safe route. All he needs. Oh no, getting hit by the fully charged overhead? Oh no, Runis trying to just throw it a full invuln move to punish attempts at retaliation, but Aether blocked. So that's one also this was the wrong way around. Let me fix that. There we go. One.
Please select your character. Mai Natsume. F.
Go away, cat. I don't need you.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Very cautious start. Projectiles gets in. Use those plus frames. He's out. Doesn't go for a safe jump, just running up and doing a low, which would die to flip. Punishes the flip with the instant air dash jump D. Jump D in his big hitbox. That also enables set play. Wanna knock down. Manages to burst him into the corner, but that... It looked like dead, but he doesn't end in a super. Gets hit by the meteor. I think Aether was trying to do the jump A instant dash follow-up or something, but unfortunately he did not do anything and Runis just meant to hit him. Well, and then he did EA. 6B is fucked, okay? Like, there's not really anything else to say on the topic. It's a dumb move. This game is dumb. That's a very sad looking spot for Runis right now. Down around, doesn't have burst yet, in the corner, gets roll caught. Where... I don't think this is quite the other corner, but it might just be dead. No, he doesn't have enough to double super. Tries to overdrive raid, but unfortunately, Aether didn't do anything unsafe, and he just got to retain pressure.
I know, cat. I'm not feeding you yet. Wait.
You got one more game, and then you can feed your cat.
Please select your character. F. Mai Natsume.
What's the best character to fight S with? That is an S.
Yes.
That is an S. Is there any character that has a positive matchup versus this character?
The wheel of fate is turning.
I actually don't think so. I think she's like kind of like fives across the board sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. We're going for the big punish. Burst out. after making sure that his opponent was not going to burst bait him. What's the how meaning? I don't know what you're asking, I'm sorry. Imagine playing neutral. Okay, into the corner. This should be dead. And Runis up around. Bit down on resources. Overdrive is almost back to Aether, but being up around, that's not too big of a deal. Runis could maybe comfortably give up this round. That almost looked like it was going to punish. Very...
Why did that JBB like cross up hitbox?
This character, man. JBB makes me sad. Oh no. Trying to bait the burst. Runis not giving him it.
Rebel 3. Action.
I'm still not sure what you're asking. Managed to whiff and punish the flip, gets guard crushed though, and is a big We need multiple attack dashes, so everyone can just backdash at it in almost like that. Oh, that was a big drop. Oh no. Not like this. I don't think that's dead, but there is overdrive on deck. If he could have comboed into a more grounded route into EA, he may have been able to kill, but I don't know how much damage he'd lose by doing something like that.
Oh, fuck.
He's punishable.
That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted.
They want bets. Alright.
Okay, I can go to the toilet and feed my cat.
What do we want as a bet for the last set?
I should probably also go auto pass before.
That is maybe a good idea.
Okay, Chairman, let's go feed you.
Do we have a good idea for bets? Trying to come up with a good one. No funsies. Only serious business.
Please select your character. F. Ragna the Blood Edge.
I don't think there's a good one that I can think of right this moment. And once I start the set, I'm probably not going to be in much of a state of mind to actually come up with any.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Actually, Ragnar's probably got a decent matchup against S.
Probably. I would
just because he can like challenge a lot of her stuff, and he has a DP to deal with her bullshit. Nice.
That was a big whip DP.
Oh, that was a big whiff.
Rebel 2. Action.
Actually, yeah, that's the other thing that should be fixed, is her 6B should not hit behind her. It should actually only hit in front, because of how good it is.
Stop being safe! I instant blocked that! You ever instant block something and it's not unsafe?
Action.
That's the wrong DP punish for S. Taking the safer route by using 5A instead of 5B.
There was a little lag spike and I didn't delay.
Yeah. Oh no, you dead. Oh, you dropped it.
Oh, this character's neutral, man.
I don't know why you're not just going to try and gauntlet through the fireballs.
Gauntlet?
Not gauntlet, no gauntlet,
Carnage to the fireballs?
Carnage, yeah, Carnage.
From what I recall, they're fairly low recovery. If he does, they're just a single fireball. It's kind of awkward.
Please select your character.
You also had 100 meters, so even if he blocks.
That is true, that is true.
Ragna the
Look, I
Blooded.
blame not having played this for like a month.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
My block. My block or my dash block. Die.
Rebel 2.
I sort of don't read just for the music anymore, I've just heard it all so much.
Also, S buttons shouldn't have, like, whip cancels. That's like one character I don't think, like, the whip cancel could be possible.
Oh, fuck. Why? Oh, nice delay throw. Okay, misinput that worked. I did not mean for that to be too unfortunate. I mean, hey, he got hit by it, so it was clearly planned. All planned.
Please select your character. F. Ragna the Blood Edge. The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action!
Bruh. Can I complain about just like everything about this? What a hit.
man.
Music. Got me actually paying attention to it now. We've hit the S complaint quota for the week. Any further complaints will have you revoke your commentator license. Ah, shit. I need to not say anything for the rest of the match.
You might have hit your quota, but I certainly haven't.
I'll have to leave it up to you then.
Like, I have to say, I actually hate facing S far more than any of the other top tiers.
Gotta keep swapping out the commentators to bypass the system. Exactly. Oh.
Rebel 3. Action!
Schmecks. Also, this character is actually hard to fight. This is his best character. I do actually have to focus on this. Which is probably not. Wait, flying later? Flying later?
Must be Kiwi or Aussie and managed to get in. I don't know who that is.
Did Aether rename himself?
Oh, he did.
Ah, yeah. I was very confused for a moment.
Please select your character. Ragna the Blood Edge. The wheel of fate is turning.
Oh, he's changed his color too.
One.
No.
The cosplay is complete. No, this is still Aether. My YOLO did not work out. Hold EA is longer than not hold EA. That is the opposite of how it actually works. If you do hold EA immediately after doing overdrive, it will be 10 frames rather than 20 frames.
So EA in neutral is 20 frames. EA off a cancel is 10 frames.
Off
So
a
if you
cancel
cancel it-
and off of
No, because when you hold it, you're canceling the activation straight into EA.
I wouldn't really call it a cancel because you still need to like fully recover from it to do it.
No,
But
you're
it's like-
canceling you're canceling the recovery, technically.
I would not describe it as a cancel.
You were canceling exactly 0 frames of recovery.
That's not what a cancel is.
Three. Action.
Would it be considered a cancel EA if done it? No. Because after the dash cancel you return to neutral, and then you're doing the EA. I don't believe you can so Naoto can do dash cancels and then special cancel and dash cancel. I don't believe you can cancel into actually can he?
He might be able to because it's technically considered a special.
We will have to investigate after the pod. We'll get back to you on that one.
I would say he probably can because of the way that the game treats specials and stuff.
Yeah. Oh no. Holy shit, I'm not dead. Rip. My ear dash. My guess is that it's a 20 frame EA, and it's technically you're doing it from neutral. That is my intuition of what is probably going on. Faith is just asking what the score is.
Please select your
2-2.
character.
So
Ragna the Blood
reset
Edge.
point for him and tournament point for me.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Interesting 6am. Bruh. He blocked that and still hit me. Hellsfang is useful. Very sparing. Oh my 5B! No! My killing combo! I'm so sad. My killing combo. Just gone like that.
Rebel 2. Action.
Ooh. Got hit by the 2C.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure quite sure what he was trying to do there. He can use all of that overdrive. I'm not going near that. Nice back there. Oh no! The lag spike. Oh, well, I would say I'm so sorry, but it happened to me as well immediately afterwards, so I am less sorry. The reads. I knew he'd do another 6B.
Ragnar, win.
Good old run up DP. I mean, hey, if it will kill, you don't need to do a full combo. You can just run up DP. It's legit, I tell you. Aether wants to invoke the DQ rule. I'm going to give it to him because we've done a connection test and it was awful. So.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he gets DQ'd.
No.
Yeah, no, because no. He gets DQ'd because the test actually says if the player's connection to you is awful.
That is true. I'm still giving it to him. Aether wins. Yeah. I've put him down as the winner for a joke. I wouldn't do a connection test victory after grand final. Clean Tourney win. He didn't lose at all. Simply outplayed. Alright, also, the obligatory Taiga Mirror. I'm glad Robo is. Even if he's not streaming today, he's around for the Taiga Mirror.
Please select your character.
He's always around for the Taiga Mirror. Almost always.
Tager.
Oh no, that's not the right one. There we go. Changing my scene. But yeah, I will quickly investigate whether it's the slow EA or not after this, and then we'll pass you off to some other stream. Probably Sendo, depending on if he's still around. He's usually around this time of night.
Yeah, I think he should still be around. Probably doing multi matches. Yeah, no, they're doing multi matches. Cargo. I think Robo actually had one of them, didn't he? I think Robo was up for today.
Oh, that explains why he asked me it, so I was villain. Oh no, my jump to C. How could he do this to me? know, I was trying to do a 17 scene, but I saw his 17 scene. I was like, I'm not committing to jump to scene.
Rebel 2. Action.
Super Flash strong. Alright, we both whiff. Oh no. Alright, I've been outplayed. I have been outskilled. He had the read.
Tiger. Win. Rebel 3. Action.
So the actual person named Flying Later can't sleep. Scrolling Twitch. Sees OCE tournament. Huh. My name's there. That's weird. Hello, Flying Later. Blame Aether. Oh no. It's damage time. Take him for his man.
Tiger. Win.
There are a lot of mirrors in this game that are just dumb.
Yeah. There are many mirrors that are very stupid. Anyway, I am gonna quickly disband the room, and I will very quickly investigate whether this is slow EA or not.
Please select your character. Naoto Kurogane. Jin Kisaragi.
Basically NDP mirrors. That is very much correct. Alright. So I need to be in overdrive. That looks like fast. Huh. Let me try this. How much frame advantage do you get off that? What, 3C? Yeah, no, actually no, this is probably slow. Alright. I'm pretty convinced that it's the slow version of VA. So, that's the past one now. Anyway, we need to get you guys off to another stream if anyone's interested in watching further. Who is streaming?
Thunder should be.
Hype Dog sending us off. Yep, it's Sendo. Alright. Well, there's also Fiery. Fiery is also streaming multiplayer, but Sendo is doing
the Monday Madness thing.
Sendo's Savage Mondays. So yeah, show him some love. Yeah, there's a lot of different games. I don't think he's done CF yet, but
I don't think he ever will.
I don't. Considering it's not a new game, maybe if the game ever gets rollback, he might consider it. But
maybe if it gets rolled back, yeah.
Yeah, I understand like why he wouldn't. He seems to be focusing on whatever the new game is at the time. Like he did the same for Strive when it came out. So I think it's
I
understandable.
mean, if it gets rolled back and people start playing it, he might. But
I think it will. He will probably just play the game that people are most interested in at the time, which is it's
Yeah.
since he's more of a it's a stream about the what was it? The salt between the players, really. It's the best way to put it.
Oh yeah.
It's less about any one. It's not like the oh, this is the weekly tournament for this game.
It's like calling people out and like being like, nah.
I'm gonna beat you in a 1v1 in a first 10 or whatever. It was a game.
Hey, look, if CF gets rolled back to start playing, I'm totally going on there. I'm totally doing bullshit.
Anyway, Raiders started, so.